I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by my guy, Spin Morax.
What up, though?
We got JB Smooth in the TV booth, and we got KG on the 1 to 2. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Having a day, boys. It's been off the rails since
It's been
like
a very funny day.
yeah, since like noon.
It's been a very funny day.
Group chat got interesting. I just saw Patrick Mahomes shirtless for the first time.
Oh my God!
Hey yo!
Yeah, oh my
look
God!
that up on the regular, don't you?
Hey yo!
That reaction. Oh my God. All right. Cone Carr is a freak.
Yes.
Who that?
Colin Carr, he's a 5-star freshman for MSU. You know, MSU got the dub last night, and he had one of the nastiest blocks I've ever seen in my entire life. He put somebody into the dirt.
Is this it?
It was nasty, bro. Just straight filth.
So he's getting PT then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been getting PT all year. The other two aren't. One of them, it's not his fault. Jeremy Fears, he got shot, so
Yeah.
he's not going to see. He's not going to see coach play. But Xavier Booker hasn't been getting a lot of PT. But he played a little bit last night. He hit a 3, so.
What is the update on Jeremy Fears? Like,
he's working his way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was out there in pregame shoot around, like putting up shots and stuff. So he's just getting healthy, man.
Put up what?
Putting up jumpers.
There you go.
Yeah, putting up jumpers. And
Was it a family member? Was that what it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Unfortunately enough, I wish you had sent the one video you put in the chat though of the 4-on-1.
Oh
that
yeah.
Michigan still got the ball.
Yeah, Trey
from them.
Holloman got a steal when Michigan had a 4-on-1 in fast break, and Trey Holloman was the only guy back, and he got the steal.
But that was awful.
Michigan's very bad this year. They're a very bad team. So it's not like I'm not like, yeah, MSU's back, you know, because they beat the worst team in Power 5. But
How is MSU this year though?
they're
Any type of expectation?
no.
Any type of like maybe get hot?
They could. I mean, if fucking Jaden Akins hit 7 threes last night, so if he can hit 7 threes, they can beat anybody. But it's I don't have much expectations for him this year.
Now you're a Michigan fan.
I am, but I'm not watching that shit.
This Juwan Howard stuff, man, he started so promising.
I mean,
Yeah.
Beeline's guys.
Yeah,
He's not a good coach. He's a good recruiter, and now the recruits are realizing that he's not a good coach, so he's not even getting the good recruits anymore.
Yeah.
Sam been on the fire him train, man. I'm starting to agree. Like,
Yeah.
He should definitely be fired.
yeah, for
they
sure.
got 7 wins, bro. They're 2
That's
spots,
crazy, man.
2
they
losses
blow a lot
back.
of halftime leads too.
Yeah,
I think last year was
they
like
lost to like McNessie or something. So
because obviously I know they sucked this year, but like last year they had more talent. They
last
still
year
suck.
was the worst.
Yeah.
Like, he should have been fired after last year. You have 3 NBA players on that team, and you guys didn't win the NIT.
That is wild. Football season's over, so yeah, there's a little bit of college basketball there. Today we'll be talking some hockey, which I mean I'm gonna allow you to tease that because I don't want to say too much. I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a big
rub.
game tonight. Big game tonight against the Senators. It's the first time they're back in LCA since the Larkin incident. So there's gonna be some fireworks. There we go.
okay.
We got the boys walking in. Hell yeah, dude. Love to see it. Brings you Perron.
Do you think
you got
DMAC can get us
Line
in?
and Fabs? Dude, I love it. Love it.
We should see if DMAC can get us in for that one.
Huh? I can't. I mean, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm gonna go work out and then.
Dude, you can work out like after or morning. It's so like I don't understand this.
No.
What do you mean no? Is there like a girl that's there? At that
There's a
specific
lot
time?
of bad bitches at the gym for sure, but no, I got a regimen. I'm trying to play Pal World after.
Over watching that?
I mean, I'll watch that.
Is DMAC there tonight?
D-Mac's there tonight, yeah.
I'll text DMAC then. I'll go.
I'm gonna text him and tell him not to get you in.
That's
Just kidding.
you fucked up.
No, but yeah, it's gonna be a great game. It's good. Ottawa sucks. They're like the worst team in the NHL, so Red Wings should get off on them, and there's gonna be some fireworks.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think it's gonna get chippy?
Yes.
From the Larkin incident?
Yes, I do. I think there's gonna be a response. Clem Costin has been playing recently, so he's gonna be
Yeah.
in there.
I'll be
He's gonna
tapping in
crack
that
some
one for
skulls.
sure. Speaking of tapping in, the Senior Bowl's officially kicked off. Senior Bowl practices, they've been lit. The tapes, do we have any or just Just we have it in the prep.
No, it's just in the prep.
Oh man, there's I think it's Tavondre Smith. Here's one thing, and I'll
Tavondre Sweat.
Oh, Tavondre Sweat. I apologize. Either way, defenders and those like one-on-one like I guess blocking matchups, they're always gonna win. But there's something to be said when you absolutely steamroll a man into the ground. Like you're gonna win because you're gonna like you can only hold somebody doing that for so long. And if you do hold them, then like you're elite. You know what I'm saying? You for sure win that rep. But there's something to be said when you just grab a man and you plant him on his ass. Like that's different. Mm-hmm. I see that twice now. And at first I thought, because they were talking about canceling the Senior Bowl because a lot of agents didn't want the players to go. Yeah. Because like obviously you can get injured, hurt you tank your draft stock rather than like raise it like you're supposed to. But I guess I was talking to Russ. I was talking to Nolan. I was talking to our guy Connor. And they said this is like the most stacked like Senior Bowl has been like the last couple of years.
Roman Wilson's been cutting up people at practice. There's been a lot of people saying that he's been turning a lot of heads at the Senior Bowl. So you like to see that, man.
McConkey.
Yeah.
What a name.
McConkey. Lad McConkey. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say about that. It's the fucking whitest name I've ever heard in my life, bro.
And he's no Lloyd Cushenberry.
Yeah, for real. That's true. That's true. He's no Lloyd Cushenberry.
He's no Lloyd Cushenberry. No, Lad McConkey was routing him off, though.
He's a dog. He's a dog. He was good for Georgia all year. So, like, I mean, that's where you go make a name for yourself if you're kind of a slept-on senior. And, you know, there's always guys that rise up because of the Senior Bowl. There's always guys that improve their draft stock because of the Senior Bowl. And old dude from Toledo,
Quinton Mitchell.
Quinton Mitchell, he's been shooting up draft boards because of his performance so far.
Yeah, I saw.
I do have
I think it was Nathan Tice from The Athletic had him at 30 to the Detroit Lions. We're also doing spotlight breakdowns like players that we've been kind of looking at throughout the draft. JB, did you grab one by chance or just?
No, I didn't. But I do have that Sweat video if you guys want to take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, you could throw that.
Okay. Up. Good shit. Yeah. Like, there's something to say when you're doing that.
Yeah.
It happened elsewhere, too. Somebody else got sat in their ass, too.
Yeah. I feel bad for that center, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
He never had a chance.
Yeah, for us back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, that's where you go to make your money, right? The higher the draft stock, the more you're cashing in. But there's him, Lad McConkey, Roman Wilson. There's another name out there, too, that's been looking pretty good. But either way, I love the Senior Bowl videos. I love watching the Senior Bowl. Mm-hmm. I like the Senior Bowl practices more than the game, personally. That's just me. I feel like that's, I guess, we get the... That's why I
you get the one-on-ones. You get to see what's going on. And,
yeah. Because obviously games, you don't want to get hurt in that game either, so you're not, like, going all out versus, like, in the practice rep and whatnot. You want to see what guys are truly good at, but excited about that one. Hopefully we get Nolan Bianchi or Russell Brown at some point this week. Talk to them because they're down, boots in the ground, see what's going on there. But yeah, we'll be doing player
spotlights down there too, right?
Deion's going Friday, so he's going for like the game itself.
Okay.
But yeah, Deion will be there too, so we'll get in touch with Deion on Monday or something like that. I'm supposed to be talking to him tonight, but doing another podcast with somebody else. I pull up the email. I'm excited to do that one too.
Motherfucker doesn't even know his name. He says he's excited.
I know. I think it's Mitchell. Something Mitchell. We'll pull it up. I apologize. I was trying to give him a shout out, then I forgot. All right. To be fair, I'm awful with names.
Yeah,
all
you
the time.
You do suck with names.
There
you don't
is
even know Aaron Glenn's name.
It took me a year. Kept calling him Anthony Lynn.
Yeah.
Anthony Lynn was on the freaking team.
Yeah, that's true.
But other side of the ball
position.
too. But
yeah,
you know.
I watched your guy. You're breaking down later on today, Chop Robinson.
Yeah, man.
Is he gonna be a Lions? Is he gonna be?
I think it's a realistic pick for us without having to trade up, but we'll see, man. But I like what I see from him.
Okay, he's got Chop Robinson.
Chop.
You got your boy Nate Wiggins, and then I had to do the homework because I didn't want to come off type way.
Deshaun Cooper.
Yeah, Deshaun Cooper. I got Cooper DeJean. I did some homework on Cooper DeJean today, so we'll be breaking that stuff down. And you have cap space in here as well.
Yeah, the Lions have $58 million in cap space. It's the seventh most in the NFL.
Yeah.
So they're going to be able to throw their money around. Obviously, you got to sign some guys in-house still. Some of the free agents that you got leaving, you got to make sure you want to keep them here. But the Lions are going to be able to throw a bag at somebody.
Yeah.
And here it is. They got $58.6 million.
Bro, when I saw that on Twitter,
in cap space.
I thought that's what they signed Goff to. My heart was like,
oh, dude.
Have you ever seen the Lions cap this high?
No. I think the closest, and I don't remember how high it was, but that year that we signed Quinn, Reggie, and Hedebo. Yeah. Like we were cooking that year. I think we had some bread to spend that year. And shout out to Stafford. He took a less bread that year to acquire those guys. And they were good. I just never had the coaching. At least the type of coaching that we have right now. Yeah. But I do want to tie that into something else too, because I feel like next year's the year, man, for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Like some crazy shit though. Like
to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just feels crazy to say, so I guess I didn't say it out loud there, but yeah.
I agree, man. You see what they did this year. You expect the guys to take a step forward. You expect the first-year guys to take a step forward, get even better, and they have the free agent, or they have the money to go out and get a big-name free agent. Guys are going to want to come play here after seeing what they did in the playoffs. You got another 4 draft picks in the top 100 to bring in playmakers. So
yeah, save it. We got this topic.
It's that time.
I know you have Tigers on here, but we rarely have a wrestling fanatic on the show. Today we're blessed with JB's presence. I gotta ask you.
Oh God.
Your boy Vince McMahon.
Ooh, man, come on.
I read the text. That man was wild.
Yeah.
Were those real? Are those real text messages from? Oh, bro.
I didn't read them.
No, you didn't.
He essentially was like, he's a cuck. Kinda,
No way, really?
A pimp cut? Which one we calling it?
He likes to watch. We'll say that.
He likes to watch,
and he likes to watch certain things like golden showers and things of that nature.
Yeah. He's a dirty.
He wanted
a dirty
me,
old man.
KG,
dirty
and
grandpa.
JB. I once said this girl. But are those? I shouldn't be laughing. Actually, I apologize. I was just taken back. Of like. Because you know the history of WWE, like we've gone over on this show, the Mexicools, like Crime Time. Like mad racist. Yeah. I would never expected like that to be a text message. He's sent out to a girl that he's like romantic with, I guess. I don't know. You watch wrestling too?
Oh yeah, big wrestling fan.
What is your takeaway from that whole?
We all knew Vince was on this sicko time for a long time. It's kind of like R. Kelly. It was only a matter of time before he got caught up. So yeah,
bro, these texts are wild.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's one, he's like, I was talking to all 6 of them. I told them, you take them all at once. I was like, what
the? Allegedly, they identified a UFC heavyweight champion to be involved in this little trafficking thing that Vince had going on. Who do you think that is?
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Yes. Allegedly.
He's one for spectacles. He wanted to see that go down, I guess.
Oh, God.
He passed her around to get him to resign.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, you read him.
Jeez. So, like, you need your panties ripped off in 3 big
I don't think you did. I mean, I know this ain't a family show, but damn.
Yeah, it's too much.
Bro.
Yeah, it's wild.
They're crazy, man. And the thing is,
who's just sending paragraphs like this,
that's
bro?
Like, you know who you are. You are
that's what money will do, man.
That you are like an all-time power high if you're like stupid enough to text that wild ass shit.
That's money, man. It give you that false sense of security. You think you can do whatever you want. So
yeah. The other crazy part too, if I'm not wrong, you guys correct me. The fallout of it all, because this came out. This was the situation from like last year or whatever.
Yeah, kind of.
Spencer's reaction.
Yeah, it's wild. But he paid her $1 million. Didn't pay her the other 2.
Yeah. So the thing last year I think was a different girl, and it was like some hush money payments. He was paying her off the company card essentially to have sex with her. And he got caught up. So, and that's how they kind of phased him out of the company.
Yeah.
And then the TKO people took over, and now he's gone completely. He's not even on the board anymore.
Bro's got a whole ass schedule set up. He said he'll take a 10-minute break before he
Yeah, man. Not suitable for.
So this isn't the same girl from the other time. This is a different time.
This is a different girl.
You said, I think it was a different girl last year.
Okay.
But that kind of snowballed. That led to what we seeing today. So yeah.
Because the thing I was reading, this girl was supposed to stay quiet, but he like didn't give her the rest of the money. But it's like, you're a billionaire, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That man needs some Jesus for sure.
Were you about to say something, JB?
No, I was just gonna say, hey, Vince is into some weird, nasty shit, and he's old, so obviously the paragraph text messages is probably why it came out that way. But you don't do this.
But let's be real. If you watch the Attitude Era,
that's what I'm saying,
wrestling, you know how much
like
of a
we said,
sicko
Brock
Vince is.
Lesnar. I knew he's one for spectacle. Like it is. And to be honest, knowing at least you. If you had that money and power, you'd be doing some weird shit.
The fuck did I do?
Like, how did I get dragged into this? Wait a minute.
I'm Vanilla, baby.
Vanilla, baby.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. That's a home in the judgment-free zone where anyone can feel comfortable and work out their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym.
Start reading that one out loud.
And full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, Woodward Sports? Dispo Dispensary is bringing you the ultimate experience for the big game in Vegas, and they want you there. You can win 2 tickets to the big game, plus a flight, hotel, and accommodations by following these simple steps. First, follow Dispo.Michigan, @ShowMedicated, and @ShowMedicatedCBD on Instagram. Like Dispo's pinned post, comment and tag someone you love to bring. Plus, if you repost on your story, you get an extra entry. It's that easy. Join the Dispo family for a chance to score in Vegas. The big game awaits. Follow, like, tag, and repost now.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, are you tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch? It's the new era in sports wearables, new designs, amazing apparel, and the ultimate swag. Check out Woodward Sports' latest gear at woodwardsports.com. Click on that shop tab. We got hoodies, we got tees, we got hats, we got Spinny's famous Meat Missile t-shirts for sale. Come on now. Get the latest designs today at woodwardsports.com and click on that shop tab.
I'm just used to seeing Chris's big ass head in that box.
That is different. That is fair. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm the boy Eazy, joined my guy Spimo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris is gone. We have JB Smooth.
R.I.P. Chris.
Yeah.
You always say JB when he gone anyway.
I know.
Come on, man.
The one time he's here, I almost called him in Chris. We got JB on the 1s and 2s. We got KG on the 1s and 2s.
And Eazy in the chat. That is funny.
Oh, yeah.
And SR.
Speaking of ARSB, I'm in Ross St. Brown. I'm Ross St. Brown Brothers podcast came out today. A couple things, I guess, with a video of his reaction to Ben Johnson coming back.
Yeah, about how Ben Johnson called him and what he had to say.
see Ben Johnson is staying. How'd you find out? I'm sleeping, then I hear my phone buzzing. I'm like, bro, who's calling me? Like, Ben Johnson's calling me. I'm like, gotta, wake up. I answer. I'm like, so what's up with you? Like, are you leaving? He's like, you know what? I'm on my way to the facility right now. He said he couldn't sleep last night. He was thinking about it, and he said there's unfinished business. He wants to stay. The guys in the team, he said me, Jared, Frank, Panay, Decker, all the guys. I mean, he said his heart is in Detroit. He wants to stay. So I found out like 9:30.
Dog, I made a tweet that he texted Frank Ragnow and said, hey, big head, but he literally hit Amara with the you up call. I think that's pretty funny. But, dude, you love to hear that shit. I love to hear that shit, man. This is why we need this culture that Dan Campbell has established, that he has kind of shown all of his coaches, like, this is what happens. Like, believe in me. Like, you remember the viral clip of him, like, all I care about is you guys, man. You just got to believe me. Like, you believe him and shit happens. You're going to win multiple playoff games. You're going to go to an NFC championship game. And his coaches are buying into that. And now, obviously, Ben Johnson's coming back. It looks like Aaron Glenn is probably going to stay here as well, unless he gets offered that commander's position. So, I love seeing that, man. I love seeing that Ben Johnson's, he's down with the cause. He's ready to finish the business they started in Detroit, and I'm just happy he's back.
Look at the comment by Lost Air Jordans. I'm not gonna read it out loud, but no, I think that's really cool too. One piece I didn't think of yesterday, or that I guess I didn't give credit to yesterday when he returned, is just like the culture that Dan Campbell has built. Like the fact that like this man was perceived as like the #1 head coaching candidate across the NFL, and Dan Campbell. And by the way, too, it's not like. The Commanders, once upon a time when Dan Snyder was the owner, he's kind of Vince McMahon-ish, the way he's bringing those cheerleaders and whatnot. Yeah, I can understand why not wanting to go to Washington then, but like the new ownership, I feel like it's like respectable. I like the way they've gone about things, and not only that, as an offensive guy, going into that situation, you would have been able to like almost handpick your quarterback outside of Caleb Williams is probably going #1. Yeah. But you can pick Drake May, Jaden Daniels, whoever it may have been, and maybe you can maneuver that pick to grab Justin Fields and whoever you're more comfortable with, right? To go to war with. It was
got
like
a great wide receiving core,
right?
Yeah.
It's like you could have I guess you could have formed that into whatever you wanted to be as like an offensive-minded head coach. And no, he turned that down because he believed in what we're doing here. As Amon-Ra said, he was told we have unfinished business. So like, it's not just bought in like to the Dan, but what the business is. You guys already know is that Super Bowl championship.
Yeah. And Jeff Risdon went on his podcast today and said that he had it confirmed. Oh yeah, here's the quote: "There's unfinished business. My heart's in Detroit." So shout out to Ben Johnson for making that happen. But Jeff Risdon went on his podcast today and said that he has confirmed from multiple sources that there was an offer on the table for the Commander's position for Ben Johnson, making more than what Dan Campbell makes right now.
Yeah.
And he turned it down. He came back to Detroit. So Shefty, keep spreading those false rumors, you nerd. Keep pandering to these owners, nerd.
Well, to be fair, Shefty
who still got a BlackBerry, bro?
Does he still?
I don't know, but it's.
He sees like he would have a BlackBerry.
Playing Brick Breaker.
He's got the one Drake lost in Cabo.
Sources, yeah,
in like 2011.
But I
know way too much NFL news right now that I didn't know last year. Yeah. No, to be fair,
Shefty, you my head coach.
Does Shefty have an allegiance, like a favorite NFL team? Or
bro, Shefty's got money that gets Dropboxed into his account. And says,
whatever team paying the most.
Yeah, for real. But
to be fair, though, Shefty did say he almost outpriced himself. But if he were to make more money than Dan, then that's But either way, he came back, and I am with you. I don't believe none of that to be true because that tweet came out like 12 minutes after the embarrassment happened for like the Commanders organization, because everybody knew it had already been reported that was a situation.
Yeah, rip. Imagine being the Commanders team on the plane, like, man, we're really gonna get Ben Johnson, and then just Tom Pelissero, Ben Johnson's staying in Detroit. Man, what the fuck?
Yeah,
turn this plane around. But we can still interview Aaron Glenn. Get him on Zoom. Huh?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Dan for just, I guess, building that culture, and it's kind of like, I guess we have a topic about it later on the show, but I really feel like the Super Bowl, it's really the last dance, man. It's really become that, both with obviously AG getting these head coaching interviews, which we don't know yet because that's still on the table for the Commanders because of Ben Johnson turned that away, or Ben obviously moving on to be what he wants to be. Do you guys think Ben maybe just doesn't want to be a head coach? Is that a thought in anyone's head right now, or just he came back for the love of the game?
I think he came back for the love of the game. I think he meant what he said to Amon-Ra. He's got business to finish here.
Yeah.
They had the taste in their mouth, and it was a sour taste at the end of that 49ers game. So I think relax, Vince. I think they're ready to go
Take
out
a 10-minute break.
And I think they're ready to go out there and to cash in on what they wanted to do. So I don't think that it's like he's shying away from being a head coach. Maybe he wants a specific job. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's waiting for that Dallas job to open up. Maybe he's waiting for something like that. But I don't get pissed about nothing but the pride.
Damn right.
Ben Johnson is back in Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess trying to think of like great situations that a head coach may be walking away from soon. How old's Andy Reid? Is he up there?
Yeah, he's up there.
Is that one maybe? He's like, oh, I could. Or just no, I think it's for the love of the game, to be honest with you. Any opinion on yours that it may be?
I think it's a little bit of both, actually. Because this is the hardest league to get a head coaching job in. He's been the hottest candidate for about 2 seasons now, and he's openly choosing to not take these jobs. I do think it's a little bit of, he feels he's not all the way ready to take on that role, but at the same time, it is also his passion for Detroit, his loyalty to the city and to Dan and the coaching staff, and yeah, he wants to bring one home, man. But I do think once they win, he's out of here. So yeah, we'll see.
Do you think this lasts more than just this next year?
I don't know, man. I can't keep saying it and being like, yeah, this is his last year here.
Right.
That motherfucker just keeps coming back like a cockroach, bro.
I told you he had 2 years left on his deal.
Yeah.
So.
And Johnson's like herpes, man. You can't get him out. Like,
can't get rid of him.
Coming back. Keeps coming back.
Ran out of cream.
Never, he's with you forever. Like, I mean, I'd like to think that he'd come back again for sure, but it's hard for me to say that he'll turn down one of 32 positions in the world a third year in a row.
Yeah.
Because the other piece of it, too, that you start thinking about guys like Dan Quinn, who obviously is interviewing for head coaching jobs right now, but Dan Quinn, Jim Schwartz, like guys that had like head coaching situations, but they're obviously greater as as defensive coordinators, or even like I guess Nagy. You know what I'm saying, who's the coordinator for the Chiefs right now? Although Andy Reid calls the plays, you saw his stint, which I think he got a.
He kind of got shafted.
Yeah, I think he got shafted a little bit.
Man.
As much as I hate Chicago Bears, like he went to the playoffs and won a playoff game, not mistaken, with Mitch Trubisky of all people.
Yeah,
like
Turd burglar.
That guy deserves a little bit of credit, but just F him and the Chicago Bears. But one other thing I want to take away from this before we go to break, EQ. It was teased. I remember I asked him, could we see you in Honolulu Blue? Is that something you guys would like to see?
I'm not mad at it.
I'm good.
No?
I'm good.
What name is St. Brown?
We can always use another receiver, I guess.
Is he going to be carrying Amon-Ra's cleats? Like,
yeah.
Disrespect.
I mean, bro.
I do feel bad sometimes that Potters brothers like, yeah, I got the All-Pro. Yeah, 2 touchdowns last week. EQ's like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Right. I mean,
I caught a screen.
Yeah. Is he going to be Arthanasis Antetokounmpo? Like,
probably.
What?
The pronunciation there.
That's what I fucking do. No, I mean, yeah, bring him in, sure, why not? I don't care, but he's not going to be a big factor in the team if you bring him here.
Yeah.
One of Vince McMahon's demands is for her to scream that guy's name out.
That's something to Koopa.
That's her safe word.
Coasters.
Yeah, you're safe. It's funny, when I read those, I read them all in Vince's voice.
Yeah. You got to.
Did you guys do the same?
Got to. Send me a picture.
No.
You're fired. Oh my God.
Tell us about Lady Jane.
Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter to win a chip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 19th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. With over 18 locations across the great state of Michigan, there's one right in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the one nearest you. Also, check out Feldman Chevrolet in Novi for Woodward Sports Morning Show and BDE Live every other Monday. That's what I miss.
Dude, just read them in Vince's voice. Get me every time.
When I read him, I did. Was that just me? Did you guys didn't read him in his voice?
No, I did too.
I also like to think he like texts like an old dude with like glasses on like this.
Oh yeah. Well, because at first I thought he was do talk to text, but then he had like a U.
Yeah.
Like when he says you or your, it's like U apostrophe RE. I don't know.
All right, we got to move on.
Yeah. Back to the extra hands. So I have one question about Ben Johnson returning because I saw a couple memes last night, and this is where this kind of motivated from. Just memes like there was like the one I seen. It was like Cuba Gooding Jr. You know, that we swing in there, is mad after the cop situation.
Mm-hmm.
Where they said Jameson Williams after finding out like Ben Johnson returned.
Oh.
And I was like,
not the Cuba though.
Yeah, right. I'm like, yo, we got a top 3 offense in the league for 2 years running now.
Yeah.
Why would he ever be upset? Like, is Ben Johnson misusing Jameson Williams, and I'm just not seeing it and not realizing it?
No, I don't think you are. I think you remember Ben Johnson was misusing Jahmyr Gibbs for the first half of the season.
Yeah.
His fantasy players were crying about it, and look what happened.
Yeah.
And you see in the second half of the year, or in the last 6 games at least, J-Mo took off. J-Mo got into that wide receiver 2 role. They were throwing him more balls. He was running a better route tree. He was running a more complete route tree, and he was making catches and getting touchdowns. You saw in the playoff game, he was utilized in all of the different facets, the things he can do well, where it's attacking a ball, high pointing a ball, an end around, a deep shot. They're getting him his looks. It was just a matter of time, man. It's like shit just doesn't happen overnight, and he obviously got held back because of the suspension that stunted his growth so far this year. Yeah, he failed math, so it was tough for him to get on to the next spot. But eventually he got in the lab, he got with a tutor, he learned his fractions, and he went out there and he made it happen. So I'm not worried about that. We saw his usage get better and better as the season went on. We saw his route tree increase and run more complex route tree as the season went on. So I expect full wide receiver 2 level Jameson Williams next year.
Yeah. Look at a comment from, by the way, shout out for the super chat. We'll read that before break or something like that. Yeah. But no, I'm with you too. And I think we saw in a pivotal game, which obviously was an NFC Conference Championship game, to go to the Super Bowl. Guess who was utilized quite a bit?
Yeah,
Jameson Williams. All right, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdown plays. One that he had dropped himself, head into the end zone on the deep ball in that fourth quarter there. But I love Jameson Williams. Don't get it wrong, but I think we're waiting to see like what he fully develops into. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're done witnessing what he's going to become in the NFL. And I also, you guys know how I feel about Jared Goff. I don't know that he's necessarily the guy that's going to properly utilize all his skill sets. And I trust Ben more than almost anybody in the league to still find a way to utilize Jameson Williams. You see that, by the way, too. As a wide receiver, he's taken multiple end-arounds for touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah. This year. Mm-hmm. And then he had the same situation last year where it ended up just at the 1 yard line. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he is finding ways to use him. And again, I just think he's flourishing in himself. I looked at the numbers, the catch rate. I don't know if everybody lives or die off that. I don't necessarily love it because certain situations are different. I think the context matters for that one too. But last year had 11%. That's crazy low. This year, 57%. Better. But if you want to compare it to a top end wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown's is sitting at 73 or something like that. It's just, I think J-Mo, and Dan Campbell said that too in the beginning of the year too, is he's never going to have the elite hands of the best type of wide receivers. And I don't know if he meant he truly meant he'll never have those things or kind of meant to push him to become that. But I think we're still witnessing J-Mo kind of coming to his own. And I'm not blaming Ben Johnson of all people for the reason why I guess people aren't seeing what they expected out of J-Mo as a number 12 overall pick.
Yeah.
You gonna say something, KG?
Nah, I agree with you totally. I think misuse is a strong word because we have seen J-Mo utilized properly in this offense, but I'll just say he's just not going to him enough. And I think that's the biggest issue here. And I feel like with another offseason, another year of Jared Goff's trust, it's finally going to happen because I keep banging the drum, man. Once you unlock J-Mo, this offense is going to go to a whole different level. And to me, that's the last thing that this Ben Johnson offense needs is the over-the-top threat. Mm-hmm. So I totally agree, but I would just like to see J-Mo. To me, 4 targets is a little egregious, man. I need to see J-Mo between 6 to 9 targets a game. I understand other people got to eat to it, and it does depend on game flow, but you got to when you have a weapon with that kind of game-changing speed, you have to utilize him in any way possible, and that's short routes, end arounds, deep passes, whatever. But he's shown himself to be a more complete receiver, so I think you absolutely have to target him.
And in his final 6 games of the year, he had 19 touches for 286 yards. It's 47.5 per game. It's 15 total yards per catch. per touch, and he had 11 first downs and touchdowns combined. So, like, he was out there making plays. He was out there getting his reps. Slowly but surely, he did get fully inaugurated into this system. He got his feet wet at the beginning of the year, and then we saw him starting to get unleashed. And I'm excited to see him next year having a full training camp, having a full OTAs ready to go with Goff, with this offense, with Ben Johnson, and learning, you know, where they want him, how Jared Goff likes to release his ball, where he wants him to be at routes, because it does take time for wide receivers to find that chemistry with their quarterback, how they like to break out routes, different things like that. And it's only, we saw it improving as the season went on, and so next year with a full off season, I think they're going to be firing on all cylinders.
I think you hit on the point too. You're talking about, like, you said specifically, like, this offense with Ben Johnson. Like, one thing he's been able to do is, no matter who you are, what you've done, like in your career prior to becoming a Detroit Lion, he's found a way to utilize you to your best ability. We talk about all the time about Khalif Raymond and Josh Reynolds, guys that were kind of just journeymen, if you will, around the league before they landed here in Detroit and become pieces of this offense. And when you have that many weapons, that's how you. That's how you run an efficient offense, right? Like the defense should be on their toes at all times. You got David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, shit. We got to watch out for this run. We got to watch out for Jahmyr on the outside. You got Sam Laporta, who, just became a top 5 tight end in the league in his rookie year. Yeah. We got to be mindful of him. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who was an all-pro wide receiver at his position too. It's just like there's so many mouths to feed on this offense, and I think that's just how it should go. Like, when I look back at what I consider like some of the greatest coaching in my lifetime, and probably almost anybody's, Bill Belichick, that offense was shape-shifted. Yeah. Week to week, you never knew what the plan of attack was. They're going to kill you, Gronk, and what they can, deep ball you with the wide receivers. They can just run the ball. Like I say it all the time. There's games where Tom Brady never threw the ball more than 12 times. Yeah. And that is Tom fucking Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. Who, by plan, by design, hey, Tom, we're not going to use you a lot this game. Just keep them on their toes. We just keep shit different. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I think that's how you should be as an offense. You should just keep defense on their toes at all times.
Yeah, and when you have that element in that offense, how much better that offense got. When you look at the years with Deion Branch, the years with Randy Moss, of that guy who is the deep threat down the field that could take the top off the defense, that makes things easier for a Wes Welker, for an Aaron Hernandez, for
right.
I mean,
he was there. He was
a dog for sure. He was just a little too aggressive off the field.
Too much of a dog.
Yeah. He's cutthroat. But you look at the other guys that helped out when you have a Deion Branch. Tom Brady made Deion Branch an All-Pro.
Yeah. Mark Hamlin.
Like
Aaron Hernandez in the gulag.
Oh my God. We gotta clean this show up, man.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Y'all on win the day, man.
You beat him fair and square, bro. Either way, man, I think we have a multifaceted offense, and I think, to be honest with you, this is not a dig at the man. I think we all love him at this point, but Jared Goff, that's how he needs to operate as a quarterback. He's not going to go out there and give you these plays off script where he's running the ball for first downs or 15 yards or little scampers, nothing like that. He's got to utilize every little bit of his weapons, and he can't be going to the same guy. I know you said 6 or 7. I'm not picking on you, but like 9 times a game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you just know what's going to happen at that point. Now, Amon-Ra a little bit different because he's great at finding the soft spots in the zones and the defense or whatever. And I remember hearing him talking about like Jameson Williams' development and trying to like teach him those things because Jamo was just so quick. He was like, Jamo, sometimes you got to slow down and just find the soft spot in the defense. But he's just so...
He wants to use that speed. He wants to do what he needs to do. And I think we saw that, though, in the second half, him finding that soft spot in the zone, him coming back to those balls, him making the contested catches and doing things that we like to see. And on top of that, what I was saying earlier before, that was really funny. But before he said that, how much that can help the guys around him if he is that consistent threat down the field. We saw it happen in the Bucs game when we played them in Tampa. When the offense was kind of clogged, it didn't look great, and then boom, that deep shot over the top of Jamo for the touchdown, and then the next couple drives, that middle of the field was pretty open because they were like, "Oh shit, we got this kid.
Perfect.
We got this kid that can bust the top off our defense at any chance. We got to sit back and wait for him." And that's how Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta and different guys can eat in the middle of the field because they're worried about the threat of a 60-yard bomb to Jameson Williams.
That is the most brilliant way you can put it because that's like the key to the schematics of this offense. It's like we eat in the middle of the field. Whether it's Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or Sam Laporta, or just running the ball in the box. When you have a guy like Jameson Williams, you can't stack that area like that. You can't have the linebackers clogging right there. You can't have your safety sneaking down like that because your safety has to fucking help his cornerback be like a fucking speed demon wearing number 9.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to put it. And guess what? It's a top 3 fucking offense. As much as I love these players, I love my team more. And if my team is producing more, again, all due respect, with J-Mo only getting these 5 to 6 targets, sorry, bro, I'm cashing it every time. I'm trying to win. If my team is better with Afonso Melifonwu on the field versus Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, bro, I'm sorry. I'm an iffy fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I want wins. That's the ultimate goal right now. It is what it is. I don't think Ben Johnson's misusing Jameson Williams. I just think it's all part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan. Love it when a plan comes together.
Love it when a good plan comes together. Well, when we come back, we talk about our offensive coordinator. It's time to talk about the defensive coordinator. The Detroit Lions will be better with or without him. KG, if you're cool with it, if people are willing to call in, because I feel we are indifferent with a lot of Detroit Lions fans and our audience on that matter, feel free. But before I got to tell you guys about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 6 years we provide Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry-aged beef. Visit online to get it ordered to your door with fairwaypacking.com or stop for grab-and-go steaks at Grosse Pointe.
Dog. That shit was...
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, Woodward Sports? Dispo Dispensary is bringing you the ultimate experience for the big game in Vegas, and they want you there. You can win 2 tickets to the big game, plus a flight, hotel, and accommodations by following these simple steps. First, follow dispo.michigan, @ShowMedicated, and @ShowMedicatedCBD on Instagram. Like Dispo's pinned post, comment and tag someone you love to bring. Plus, if you repost on your story, you get an extra entry. It's that easy. Join the Dispo family for a chance to score in Vegas. The big game awaits. Follow, like, tag, and repost now. What up, though? Welcome to the World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy. It's my guy Spinmo Rex. We got JB in the TD booth. We got KG on the 1s and 2s. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. It means the world to us. And if you haven't already, please smash that like button. The Heavies are trying to do things big. Heavy's big. Haha. Either way, we just got to talk about Ben Johnson, our offensive coordinator. God bless him for coming back. We don't know what the situation is with Aaron Glenn as of now. I'm hearing a lot of the rattling is that the Washington fans want Aaron Glenn as the coach, but I'm also hearing that Dan Quinn has re-entered the race after the Ben Johnson kind of dismissal of the group. And I want to ask you guys this, because it's kind of been like an up and down roller coaster with AG the entire time. And we've never really cashed in a top 10 defense per se, but it's been a young one. I want to know, do you truly feel, actually KG, I'll probably start with you on this one because this topic was your idea. Do you truly feel the Detroit Lions are better with AG?
Yeah.
Or going along and maybe finding a Mike Vrabel or whoever it end up may being? Do you think AG's the best option for the Detroit Lions? Are they better with or without him?
This was tough. I really had to think about it. I do think the Lions are better with AG at this point. It just lack of talent has seemed to be the big issue here. I know a lot of people want to complain about scheme and stuff like that, but what I've seen throughout the season is, yes, he's had problems, but when he's had a major problem, he has fixed it. There was one point in the season where we could not get a pass rush whatsoever. He started blitzing more. You started seeing results. He started disguising more safeties and more linebackers. There was a point where we were failing to get turnovers, and toward the end of the season and into the playoffs, we started seeing our secondary start to come up with some of these key turnovers that we absolutely needed. I feel like another year under AG with a lot more talent, because you look at our cap situation and another year of Brad Holmes cooking in the draft, which I do see primarily defense being most of his picks. I want to see what it looks like. However, I do feel that it's getting to a point with AG that he needs to show a little bit more improvement on that end, because when you give up like almost 200 yards to start receivers every single week, that is absolutely a problem. Yes, we got by on it. Yes, we won with that formula, but that's not a formula you want to keep repeating. Eventually, you're playing with fire, you're going to get burned.
Yeah.
So, and that's just how I feel about it. But I would give AG at least one more year to try and see what this looks like with more talent.
I would agree. I agree with KG. I think this defense is in a better situation when Aaron Glenn is the one making the decisions and making the calls. You need more pass rush. Yes. And you need a lockdown corner. Get that man a number one cornerback and get him a secondary pass rusher. And if he's still giving up, 300 yards through the air game, then we could talk about it. But until I see him have a legit number one out there, and I like Cam Sutton, I do. I think he's a very talented guy, but he's not a number one cornerback in this league. He's a good number two. He's a good number two. He's very good number two. Yeah. So if you get him a number one lockdown guy, and then go out and get Aiden Hutchinson some help. Put a guy. I've been saying that for a while. You put a guy on the opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. Maybe James Houston. That's who he is. We'll see. Coming back from the injury, he only had the one game, but hopefully he'll be ready to go next year, and he'll be ready to fill that role if they don't end up making any moves on that part of the defense. But give AG another year. You see how much better this defense got from last year. You see how fast he flipped the script on the run defense. Like, he made this one of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL to the best rushing defense in the NFL in 1 year. What's to say he can't do the same with the pass defense when he gets some pieces in there that can actually help it out? These guys love Aaron Glenn. They all respect Aaron Glenn.
Yep.
He has a very strong voice in this locker room, and the strides his defense has taken over the past year, I think, will only continue to grow when you get him more pieces. I said it a couple years ago, it's trying to make a salad with spoiled vegetables. Well, now those vegetables are starting to get ripe. You see the fruits of the draft with a guy like Brian Branch. You see the fruits of the draft in that defensive line with guys like Lee McNeil and Aiden Hutchinson. Jack Campbell looks like he's going to be good. I think he's going to take a big leap next year as a linebacker. We have Alex Anzalone, who's been playing the best ball of his career the past couple of years. You get him one of those lockdown outside cornerbacks and a secondary edge rusher, and I think you see a top 10 defense next year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Top 10 is steep, and it's only because for me, I got to see it happen first. You know what I'm saying? I don't like just like saying the things, but no, I do agree with that. And I think you made a great point in bringing up like the run defense and what it was under the Matt Patricia era. It was horrendous. It was awful. I believe even like the first year that AG was here, it still was not a good run defense. But we've seen them progressively get better and better to the point where now you're looking at, as you're looking at a top 3 offense, looking at top 3 run defense in the league. And you look at this team, you think about the number one needs for it. At least for me, you start on the defensive side of the ball with 2 positions, for a defensive lineman or cornerback. And cornerback, in my opinion, is number 1. So you look at the run defense, you got that down. But you need an outside cornerback. You need a number 1 cornerback to complete the puzzle. And we don't have that. So to, like, in my opinion, unfairly criticize him that it's not there while also admitting that we need like the talent piece, the personnel piece of it is wild to me.
Yeah.
I think you look at the fact maybe you could bitch a little bit about us not being able to drum up a pass rush with 4 men down. That makes sense. But that's why you see AG change things up schematically, and you start blitzing that. You start blitzing the extra safety. You start blitzing Brian Branch. You start blitzing Fonte Melifonwu. And guess what ended up happening? You start landing sacks. You start forcing these quarterbacks to make stupid throws, and they start turning the ball over. That's like it's a nod towards him kind of knowing what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, in my opinion, that is, at least. And it's like, okay, well, let's continue to get him characters to play those roles that he needs for this to be, like Spinney said, a top 10 defense. And I'm fairly confident that he could cash that in.
Yeah.
This isn't a guy that's getting head coaching interviews for shits and giggles. It just doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? To say that this guy sucks in one hand, but then also say, okay, we need this and this and this, though.
Right.
It's like, what do you expect to happen, guys? Like what do you, like, as you said, you're talking about making a salad. It's like, brother, it's like a jet salad. It always tastes like shit. The vegetables will always be fucking like soggy and spoiled. It's like
big ass pepperoncinis in that bitch. You know the hard part of the lettuce.
You bitch didn't even cut this shit, man. What the fuck? But give him these fresh pieces, and he's gonna make something good for you. I think we've seen this. I mean, when it mattered most against the San Francisco 49ers, who are, I think, the only team that ranked above us as an offense. he held them to 7 points in that first half.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, things broke, and then they will against the number one offense in the league or wherever they rank. They think they're 2 or 1. I don't remember. But regardless, I think he can do it. It's just he needs the pieces with him. And then going back to what Dan Campbell said about consistency, chemistry. Actually, JB, that video I sent you just before the show, if you could play that one, because this is Fonte Melifonwu, who I believe came on as like a corner piece and a stud part of this defense. I mean, this is something like he's transitioning from a cornerback to a safety. You want to talk about keeping, like, I guess, the same stuff going on. This is what he had to say about it.
It won't be as much mentally, because I'll know the scheme, unless it gets changed, I'm not sure, but the scheme, and it'll be less mentally and more just physically, I would say. Mentally, like studying tape, but not in terms of like scheme and plays.
Health was such a big.
So if we're doing this last dance and we're running this one back, why would we switch everything up? Where a guy like that, who's been performing phenomenally at his new position, the safety position, would have to just change shit that he just learned. And not just shit that he just learned, as I said a million times, but shit that he's executing at a high level. It just wouldn't make sense if the goal is to win. I'd rather have AG back.
Yeah.
And before that, I was kind of like loose with it. Like, if he comes back. It is what it is. Like, I still respect AG. But now it's to the point where it's like, okay, Ben's coming back. I think they're all in, man.
Run that shit back, bro.
Run that shit back, Turbo. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and to y'all point, man, I know a lot is made about the pass, but it's not like, we're getting killed in the pass and the run. I don't think his run defense gets enough credit. They've been very stout in run defense the past couple of years, especially this year. So it seems like he has one side of the ball figured out. If they can figure out the secondary and attacking, keeping teams from attacking the air, I think we'll be good.
Yeah. Your guy you're going to talk about later, Chop Robinson. If it falls there, that'd be a great piece, man.
It'd be a great pick.
Little stuff that I watch him, that guy's. I'm gonna let you speak on him, but he'd be a great piece for what AG's trying to do. And yeah, man, I just don't think he has every piece of the puzzle yet. And
no, he's still missing some pretty essential pieces of the puzzle. Like, he's still missing some pretty important. You want to have a good pass defense. You want to lock down these wide receivers out there. It would help to have a lockdown quarterback. Yeah. It would help to have another guy who could sack the quarterback. Like, those are two pretty vital pieces when it comes to stopping a passing game. So I think that is something that we will see next year. And I think the improvement of this defense is going to be visible when you look from last year to this year going forward. And like Iffy said, man, these guys are comfortable in the scheme now. They're comfortable with Aaron Glenn, how he calls, what he likes to do. And if you take that away and restart as a team who's trying to push for a Super Bowl this year, it could cause some negative impacts.
It's like
look what happened to the Eagles.
Yeah.
When the Eagles lost their coordinators, they fell apart.
Yeah. And I forget the phrase it is, but regardless, a lot of leaders go by, if you know what your principal belief is, it's easy to build around that. It's easy to build towards that. It's easy to find different routes because you know what the main goal is, what the principle is. The methods may change, but the principle stays the same.
Yes.
AG's done that. It's switched around. It's been different, but he's been consistent at stopping the run. He just hasn't had the other piece in the cornerback of stopping it. It's like they have that principle belief, and I think that's why we've been able to see them cash in, like, finally good defensive games against good offenses, like when it matters most, because they know what the core principle is of the defensive philosophy versus coming in and starting all over. I just don't know if it's best if you want to win right now, which I believe may be the goal when you have Ben Johnson signing up for another year after turning down head coaching opportunities.
Continuity matters. Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. Especially with these guys. We've seen it before, not only with the coaches, but with the players. They love bringing in their own guys, the same guys, the guys they have that they've worked with before. So it is an important factor for them.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, CJG's an example of that too, right? It's like, okay, we're bringing somebody in here, we're bringing somebody that's kind of different from like what we've been believe in as like our core players. We know this guy knows our principle. He knows like what we were trying to do as a defense. It's not only is he going to like execute it, but he's also going to help on the younger guys too. Yeah. Say what you want about CJGJ. I know I've had my things to say. I've really only had the one beef when he kind of just drawn shit up, and I didn't want to draw anything into the locker room. That's been my only beef. I think on the field he's good. I think I like when he talks shit to other players. I have no issue with that stuff. And he also, again, helped these guys buy in to what AG's core principle is, because he's a guy who's been successful in that like style of defense, per se, for Brian Branch and for Fonte Melifonwu. That's another piece too. I got a shout. Not a good shout out, but a shout out on his stream last night. Yeah. Shout out to CJGJ, and I hope to receive that jersey.
Hey, I do got a caller. Did y'all want to take?
Yeah. Because I want to hear because again, I want to hear other people's opinion. I know I'm not the most popular.
All right, I got Eduardo on the line.
Eduardo, how you feeling, brother?
What up, man?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm good. So listen, I just want to, before, like, literally, I was going to call, and everything Spencer said, like, I'm on that. I feel like all I wanted for him to do, like, all season was to show some adjustment. Like, let's throw some blitzing out there. And to me, he won me at least till half of next year just because of those adjustments. Now, if Brad gives him, like, the weapons that because the defense doesn't have the talent that the offense has. So if Brad gives him those weapons, like, I'm talking about, like, bring us Jalen Johnson or Snead, you know what I mean? Bring us someone that can shut people down. And the defense is not close to top 10 by halfway through next year. That's when I think we can have a conversation about moving on from AG. But if he doesn't have these weapons, I don't think it's fair to be like, hey, we need to move on. Even my biggest argument all year was Brian Flores was doing nothing. Like the Vikings defense has nobody, and they were putting in work. AG showed that he could do that. Now, when we give him the pieces, what is he going to do? Mm-hmm. That is my whole argument on AG, and that's why I feel like he deserves till at least the midway point of next year.
Yeah.
And then I have one question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Would it be reasonable for me to expect, at the very least, a top 10 defense in, like, certain categories in terms of, like, points per game allowed, and that can, like, red zone defense? Like, would that be a reasonable expectation for next year?
Eduardo, I appreciate you calling in.
Appreciate you calling in. And, yeah, I don't know, reasonable, top 10 and reasonable is tough. I think it can be that. I think it can be that. I think that's something they should strive for is a top 10 defense because, like I said, you look at the run defense and how dominant that was, and if you can make that passing defense middle of the road, that's your top 10 defense right there. So yeah. I think that is something that they should shoot for. I think that's something I would like to see them go towards, but it's hard to be like, yeah, we should expect a top 10 defense.
I think another piece, too, is like when you're eliminating the run from these offensive schemes or offensive teams, and then they're forced to throw the ball, and then your cornerbacks are Cameron. No offense to Cam Sutton, I love Cam Sutton, but your cornerbacks in response to that is Cam Sutton and Kendall Vildor, who majority of you guys talking shit in the chat probably didn't know existed on this planet Earth until he started the game for the Detroit Lions. Yeah. You're gonna get cut up. It's gonna happen, especially in the ones that we've seen. Like, don't discount Puka Nacua, who he is. Don't discount Justin Jefferson and who he is. CeeDee Lamb and who he. Like, these are great players.
Yeah.
On top of that. Like, these are guys that are more than likely going to go off regardless no matter what. I saw the 27 unanswered points. Brother, that happens. Mm-hmm. Dan Quinn is highly regarded as one of the best defensive minds in this league. What was notorious before the Detroit Lions did it? They did it in the Super Bowl. Dan Quinn did in the Falcons against the Patriots.
And did we forget about the first half of that game with the Lions putting up points in spades against that 49ers defense? Mm-hmm. Is that a shit defense? Are those is that a terrible defensive scheme over there? Like, come on. You get got sometimes.
Yeah. I do have one more caller if y'all want to take him.
We got to go to break real quick, and then we'll take him after the break. But first, let me tell you guys about Jack Labrador. RIP to the same old Lions. Big thanks to Sheila, Brad, and Dan for putting them to rest. And guess what else has found its grave? Same old rock, paper, scissors. Jack Labrador's revolutionized that tired game with 2 new symbols and franchise-changing three-point play. Discover the action at jacklabrador.gg now and find out why once you go Jack, you never go back.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry-aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
at work, and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on sports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guy Spin More Rax.
What up, though?
We got JB Smooth, KG, and we have a caller on the line. Let's get to him real quick before we move on to the next segment. Who we got, KG?
Yeah, I think his name Wardell. If I butchered that, my bad. But Wardell.
Runyon.
Runyon.
What
we
up,
got
Wardell?
Steph Curry on the phone. How you doing, sir?
What's up, man?
Hey, nah, it's Cordell.
Cordell.
Oh,
what up, Cordell?
My bad. I heard Adele in there.
Hey, what up, boys? Hey, I'm sorry, I ain't called into no shows after that loss. I had to get over my heartbreak. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
I'll let y'all fill that one without me. Man, but can I say my frown went upside down the moment I heard Ben Johnson was coming back?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely helps.
Oh, man. But I just want to say, look, now that it's free agency time, I'm on the Justin Matabuki train. Get that man over here. Pay that man. I don't care what you got to do. Get us another guy there, even if it's got to be Grover Stewart, I guess. I don't really care. Just get us. I like Matabuki because, like y'all say, he can rush a passer from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know what's I don't know what's in store for us next year. But I can say I honestly wouldn't be shocked if Jared Goff decided screw the world because I love all those chants I got. Let me get that $38 million a year contract.
I wish.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be
Oh,
nice.
so I would say, don't get me wrong. I know it's not reality. Look, I'm fine with paying the man for. I just I had to take time to process, but at this point, pay that man because, like Spinny said, that's my quarterback. I don't know another quarterback that's taking my team to the NFC Championship game.
It's my quarterback. It's facts. It's facts. Appreciate you calling in,
I love
Cordell.
you guys. I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm still here with y'all. I haven't jumped off the bandwagon. There is no fire Dan Campbell, no let go of AG, any of that. I love you guys. Y'all stick with it, and I'll keep listening to the show. Y'all are great.
Hey, good to hear from you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Good to hear from you.
Yeah, he's right. You know, it all took Lions fans all different things to cope with that loss. Definitely painful, but
yes,
Ben Johnson's back, and now we're on to a new era.
Yeah,
in Lions fandom.
Yeah, I feel like new eras like kind of began, but like I got in the topic sheet right now, and I was asked, do the Detroit Lions, all caps, need to go all the way in this year to win the Super Bowl? And I felt that way at a point this year because I thought this past year was our last year with Ben Johnson as OC. Turns out next year may or may not be our last year with Ben Johnson as OC. And much like the Jordan situation, this does feel like it can end up being the last dance. So, in my opinion, as well as they did play in that first quarter, that first half of the NFC Conference Championship, I feel like the recipe to win with Jared Goff as your quarterback is similar to what got him to the Super Bowl the first time around, and it is to go balls deep all the way in, Vince McMahon style. Big pause. With acquiring this talent, though, and making this a true Super Bowl contender. Mm-hmm. Make it like almost as good as like the super team the Eagles were like just 2 years ago. Or even like the Tom Brady one. Yeah. Where it's like, bro, like we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at least getting to the dance. You know what I'm saying? What happens then, we'll find out. But stack this fucking roster up. You got the 7th most cap space in the league right now. Yeah. 58 million, or I'm sorry, 58 million, 58.6 or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Justin Matabuke, I understand it's expensive. Pay that man his money. Bam. Let's get this fucking Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, we're right the fuck there, guys. And I'm sorry for swearing you got kids in the car, but like we are We can win a fucking Super Bowl, for Christ's sake. Like, even if you got to repay Jared Goff or re-sign Jared Goff, do it. I don't care. But before that cap hit gets fat, before you have to start like letting guys go, you can't re-sign certain dudes, cash it in now. Before you backload these contracts of the guys we have to re-sign, and then go all in and let's win the goddamn Super Bowl. Let's go out there and find that fucking dog.
Yeah. Fuck them kids. It's time for the Lions to win a Super Bowl. It's time for the Lions to do that. It's time for the Lions to take a page out of the book of guys like the 49ers. Go out, get your fucking Hargrave in this offseason in Matabuki. Go out, say, hey, Stephon Gilmore, I know you're old as dirt. You want a shot at winning the Super Bowl? Come over here, sign a 1-year deal. Sign a 1-year team-friendly deal. We're going to the fucking Super Bowl. Hey, go out there, grab another wide receiver. Go in the draft, trade up, get the best guy you can find. Do what you need to do. Pump this roster full of talent, man, and you can do it. Steve Wiles, this isn't Madden. Yeah, well, it happens every year in real life. So it's the Lions' turn to go out there and do it. It's the Lions' turn to be like, all right, the gloves are off. It's Super Bowl time. We are Super Bowl contenders. We are Super Bowl favorites. We are one of the top 4 teams in Super Bowl odds for next year for a reason. Go out there, flip the script on their bitch asses. The brand new Lions. Yeah, right. And I would love to see it.
All the way. I'm telling you, Justin Matabuke, if you could make whatever type of trade you need to do. I know that Brad wants to build through the draft, but I just don't know if the Super Bowl is on the table past this year without Ben Johnson. I really don't. I can't guarantee what's to come. I can't guarantee what the cap hit is going to look like for Jared Goff. Matter of fact, this year, Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl with the highest cap hit in the league for the first time, I think, since there's one other guy to do it, and I obviously lost due to the 12% rule. But it just doesn't happen. So even if you do re-sign Jared Goff, you believe in Jared Goff, once that cap starts to get fat, the window's going to start closing here soon, guys. Go in now.
Yeah.
Go in now. KG?
Yeah, and to your point, I think that's why I keep saying I think that's why he punted at the trade deadline. He wanted to see how far he could get with the team he had currently assembled and know what he has to do in the offseason. He wanted to save a little bit of money. And I think we're going to see a very aggressive Brad Holmes this offseason, probably the most aggressive we've seen him so far. I expect him to go out here and not just get players, but get studs, absolute dogs. Like, I expect him to really go out here and make a push for this thing. Now is the time. They got to the NFC Championship with being a year ahead in a lot of people's eyes. So now is the time. Like you said, I think we do see Brad Holmes go out and make those moves.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got done saying we're all fairly confident that if you get Aaron Glenn the pieces that he cash you in a top 15, top 10 defense. Let's go get those pieces then, man. Do whatever the fuck we got to do to make this happen. I mean, to Steve Wilds, I think it was one that said it's not Madden. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles a couple years back. How about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady? How about the Rams twice? Once Jared Goff, another time they actually cashed in with Matthew Stafford.
How about the 49ers this year?
Yeah.
Shit, the Eagles this year.
Yeah.
They got a lot of signings and trades. Like, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like just fucking do it. We have to, in my opinion, if you truly want to win. Like,
Steve Wilds, 49ers overpaid old farts and should have lost. Well, they didn't lose. And they're playing in the Super Bowl because they have a better team.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the facts. Like, that's the reality of it. They didn't lose. They're in the Super Bowl. They traded for Chase Young. They signed Javon Hargrave. They have these pieces that brought in. Yeah, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Young, Javon Hargrave, like these core foundation pieces. So I love it. I love what they did this year. They overachieved this year for sure. But now it's time. Like I said it the other day, this isn't the cute story anymore. This isn't the Lions are rebuilding still. Look at how much better they're doing. Look at them exceeding expectations. No, your expectations now are to win a Super Bowl. Your expectations are to win the division. Your expectations are to win the NFC. And with those expectations, you need talent. With those expectations becomes higher risk things that happen. So you need to dive into those expectations and be the juggernaut in the NFC that you are.
Stoked, not scared.
Stoked, not scared.
Stoked, not scared. JB, you went on in the action?
I mean, I don't know. I really feel like you got to find that perfect balance of what players you're looking for, whether that's Brad Holmes' decision to recruit through the draft, which I think is a nice way. You get these young players, but also you need those vets. You need those people that can actually be in that locker room and actually take charge, that can mentor these young players that you have coming in. So now it's just figuring out if you're willing to actually open up the bank and spend money on these vets, or you're just going to sit here and kind of hope and wish that these guys in the draft are going to be jackpots that you have been lately hitting on. But hey, you never know. There could be a dud here and there. So it all depends on what direction they choose to go.
And I saw a comment too, like I forgot. I saw it's bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, or bada bing, bada boom. He says you can sign some big name talent and draft and develop at the same time.
Facts.
You absolutely can.
That's why you have $58 million in cap space and 4 picks in the top 100. Like, both things are true. Both things can happen.
And your picks don't have to be from like this year's draft class, by the way. Like to get DPJ, I think we gave up like a 2025 fifth or sixth round pick, whatever it was. It's like a future first round picks. Like that's on the table too. Especially if teams are looking at you and you're like, okay, well look, they're gonna have to start paying golf here in like 2-3 years. They're probably not gonna be the same. And the other part of it too is like draft and develop. Sure, I can draft and develop till my fucking face falls off. That doesn't mean I'm gonna have the best play call in the game or one of the best play calls in the game and Ben Johnson here until the end of time. Like I want to cash it in now. That was my opinion on the matter this year because I thought it was Ben Johnson's last year. Got me year 2, all right, or year 3, I should say. Use it, utilize that.
And Steve Wild says we want sustained success, no old farts. I want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl. I don't care how that goes. I don't care if you lose every game after you win it. I want a Super Bowl. Period. Yeah, sustained success would be nice. Yeah, a dynasty, a Patrick Mahomes dynasty, a Tom Brady dynasty. Yeah, that would be nice. You know what that starts off with? Winning a Super Bowl. Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's my expectations for the Lions next year is to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, what really even is sustained success? Just losing in a divisional round every year? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like the goal is to get the Super Bowl, right? And if you believe in your coaching, then you will have sustained success. Like, I mean, the Rams, perfect example of it. They won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Now, Matthew Stafford got hurt last year, and what took place blessed us for damn sure.
For sure.
What happened this year? They made the playoffs. Yeah. Like, if you believe in your coaching staff, like, you'll get there. Mm-hmm. But, like, when you have an opportunity to win it all, go and win it all. Yeah. That's what you play for. Sustained success. What the fuck does that mean?
Phil, what you want doesn't matter, Spenny. Oh, you don't want a Super Bowl? Yeah. You don't think the team wants a Super Bowl? Like, that's just being a turd to be a turd.
And what does old farts mean? They're not going out, getting 36-year-old guys.
26 years old.
I know they did that this season, but that was out of necessity. Like they aren't going to go out here and get like really old players. They're going to get experienced veterans, but veterans that have a high level of play. So I don't get that either.
And Brad Holmes is going to do his damnedest to make sure we have a good oncoming crop of talent every single year from the draft.
Yeah.
So if you think him signing free agents means that somehow he forgets how to draft, I don't understand how those two things equate. I don't understand how signing these free agents this year to make a push for the Super Bowl is just like, oh, well, now we'll never get anybody good out of the draft because we paid for somebody. Like, what?
Yeah.
Both things can happen. Yeah. Like, you can still have Brad Holmes drafting great pieces while signing studs in free agency. You can do both things. It's not literally one or the other.
I mean, that's half the beauty of it. Is Brad Holmes' late round picks? I mean, however you want to look at it, but from the Malcolm Rodriguez's, the Kirby Josephs, to freaking James Houston, who else am I missing? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, this guy's hitting on these later round picks. Mm-hmm. So if you're cashed in, like your third, second, or first, to go get Brian Burns or whoever it may be, that's just a name out there, an example, because I knew he was on the trade deadline last year. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you are fulfilling everything else at the back end of the draft.
Yeah.
He has been consistently. That's the reason why he's been like praised. Yeah, he's hitting the first round too. Aiden was kind of a gimme. He's supposed to be the number 1 overall pick. But Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Brian Brandt, like those are second round picks. Yeah. So if I go and cash in a 2025 first rounder for a guy who can produce for me now on a defense that I know needs pieces, if I get a Brian Burns or Brian Branch, or I'm sorry, I'm fucking up the names now. But if I get whoever the hell it may be, yes, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Because I have faith in Brad Holmes to grab other guys later on in the draft. That's half the beauty of it. Go all the way in. Vince McMahon this shit. At the same time.
DNC's right. We didn't do the Heavy Mock 1.0.
We didn't do the Heavy Mock 1.0.
We did player spotlights.
Yeah, we do that spotlight.
We'll do the mock on Friday. We'll do another
it's
spotlight.
It's just too early for a mock. I can't do a third round. I don't know.
We're doing a mock.
All right.
The people want a mock. We're gonna do a mock. We do player spotlights for corners today. We'll do interior defensive lineman tomorrow, or defensive lineman tomorrow, and then we'll do
KG picked the edge rusher.
Yeah, I didn't know you did pick it. I didn't know it was secondary only. My bad.
That's all right. It's all right. You pick a secondary member tomorrow.
Got it.
And we'll do defensive linemen, and then we'll do a 4-round mock.
That's
on
fair.
Friday.
And just real quick too, I just for myself.
People want a mock. We're gonna give them a mock.
All right, so this year, I mean, I can start in the second round. We go to jump all the way to the third. I don't care. But Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, 2 second-round picks. Hendon Hooker, I don't know what that's going to end up being. Broderick Martin, 3rd-round pick. The rest, okay, we didn't get to see him produce this year. But the year previously, Kirby Joseph, 3rd-round pick.
Pretty
James
good.
Mitchell, 5th-round
Pretty
pick.
good.
Malcolm Rodriguez, 6th-round
Pretty
pick.
good.
James Houston, 6th-round pick.
Pretty good.
Chase Lucas, no, he's not starting, but he's still getting action out there and contributing on special teams and when he can at the slot position. Jumping to the 3rd round, again, Aleem McNeil.
Pretty good.
3rd round, again, Afonso Melifonwu.
Pretty
4th
good.
round, Amon St. Brown.
Pretty good.
4th round, Derek Barnes.
Pretty good.
Excuse me if I want to cash in a 1st or a 2nd here to make sure I go and get you some fucking ring and do something we've never done in our life, which is, 1, play the Super Bowl, but most importantly, win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I forgot that when you sign a free agent, you forget how to draft. So I forgot we can't do both at the same time.
Next year's the year.
But let me tell you guys about a Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods and Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. How about breakfast? This classic parmesan. I said big
Why'd you say it like that?
The new apple pie hotcakes, they're too good to miss.
Rip a line.
Top it all off with gingerbread cake for dessert. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
That's how Vince said it.
Yeah. How about breakfast?
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. Family locally owned and operated for over 30 years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you.
You don't have it anymore.
Same day local curbside delivery.
It's mine.
Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Yo, so I didn't realize this. I actually met the owner of Premier Pet Supply like 2 years ago when I first started at Woodward Sports.
Really?
He's just fucking super cool dude.
Hell yeah.
So
Dude, all of our sponsors are cool people.
Honestly, yeah, you're right.
I haven't had to deal with a sponsor. I'm like, I don't like that guy. They're all real cool guys.
Yeah, he's like,
and ladies.
I don't even think I'm not even comfortable saying on there, but he goes above and beyond for his customers and like their dogs.
Yeah.
Like he grows like relationships with like the customers and their pets. It's kind of cool.
That
He's
is
got
dope.
a little doggy daycare in there when you go in there. The one over here up on Woodward.
I
That's
love dogs, man.
I do love dogs. Fuck cats. Moving on.
I like cats too, but dogs are definitely better.
Fuck cats. Anyway,
cats are cool.
I like cats.
I like cats, but dogs. I mean, they're not.
No, I like
They're
cats.
not dogs. But
dogs over cats. All
for sure.
Get it. Cats don't give two shits about you.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
They use you.
They do.
Yeah, that's it.
But the
dogs are loyal.
Dogs are loyal.
If some shit was going down in your house, who's gonna
Cats will eat you.
Yes.
Cats will eat your dead body.
Literally, cats will eat your dead body.
Yeah.
They also just leave the fucking house.
Yeah.
Just come back when they're hungry.
And they jump on shit.
Yeah. Scratch shit.
Bro, they also randomly. You grew up with a cat? Anybody have a cat growing up?
No. My mom's allergic to cats.
Well, me too. Now it's weird. I grew up with one, but moved out. Now I'm allergic. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But either way.
You were not around one as much. That's how I am too.
Yeah. So cats like randomly just like ever like run around the fucking house like all over the fucking walls and
Yeah,
shit.
oh yeah, they start freaking
They're
out.
demonic, bro. They're fucking like, cats are insane.
They are pretty wild, but I like cats.
Anyway.
Vince likes cats.
Vince loves cats. Big cat guy.
Hey, yo.
Is it time for the spotlight?
Is it time for the spotlight?
Spotlight.
We only got 5 minutes left in the segment.
All right, so cats or dogs?
Dogs, bro.
It's
dogs for sure.
It is dogs. All right, I guess we'll read some comments on Super Bowl stuff when we get back. We'll do the player spotlight because we do got a few of them to get to.
Cats are the owners. Yeah, I saw this meme and it was like,
that is so true.
Cats think they're gods, that you're there to serve them, and dogs think you're the god and they're there to like worship.
That's facts though. That's why it's dogs over cats.
It's Shane Gillis said like dogs are Down syndrome, like they're where'd you go, man? I had such a great day. Let's do all this. And cats are like autism. They're a little skittish. You don't know if they like you or not.
Yeah,
makes sense.
DNC. Them cats ain't loyal.
Cats are cool, man. I like cats. I had a great cat when I was.
You don't
love you
like
too, Phil.
You tolerate
No,
cats.
I
Dogs
love cats,
are cool.
dude. Phil, my girl Tilly, man, in college. My boy Billy's cat Tilly. Her name was Matilda, but we called her Tilly.
Okay.
She's a great cat. She got into his Adderall one time, and that was scary.
Oh, exactly. Terrible cat.
A cat on
Adderall. No, it was Billy being a terrible owner. He just fucking had a bunch of loose pills on his fucking nightstand.
What does a cat on Adderall look like?
Oh, she was
had 'em
freaking
out
out
on the
bro.
nightstand?
Yeah, she was freaking
Yeah,
out.
that's wild.
She was like, she wouldn't jump off the bed, and she was like meowing and like looking
Jesus.
around. Yeah, it was scary. She's good though. She lived.
Shit, I lost it. All right, bada bing, bada boom. He asks, is it weird that Ben chose to stay in Detroit, but Glenn is still in the running for the Washington job? Is it possible that Johnson is another Bieniemy, a top OC talent who can't seem to get it? No,
I wouldn't say that.
No.
Ben Johnson calls the plays.
Yeah.
That's why he's different from Bieniemy.
Eric Bieniemy didn't, and then there's also like personality traits of Eric Bieniemy that's not like that don't, I guess, relate to what you would think as a head coach. Like.
He's like Sean Cooper instead of Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. No, he's just kind of like an asshole, I guess. Like Eric Bieniemy's just like,
really?
Yeah.
He old school. I think that's more so what it is.
He's a former player, so it's like he's like it's GQ actually when it told me this is like certain former like players turn coaches. Yes, it's cool because you can relate to them, but they're also some of them are like stuck in their ways from like when they played,
right?
Or like learn how to coach like from when they were playing. It's like it's just a different style of everything. Allegedly, Eric Bieniemy is like that type of dude.
I don't see Ben Johnson as he seems like a pretty chill guy.
Yeah. I mean, you can think back in the days where like Patrick Mahomes and Bieniemy were getting into it before like halftime, shit like that. You've never. I mean, obviously, golf isn't like Mahomes, but you never seen that with Ben Johnson in golf. You know, that's it.
That's fair.
They're just different personality.
Different
traits.
cats.
Yeah. Different dogs.
Different dogs. Sorry.
All right, let's get one more, and then we'll go to break. We'll do the player spotlight. Let me see what else we got here. Jack was a stinker. Do you guys don't like the Jack Campbell pick?
Who said that?
What would you grade that, actually, going back in time?
Jack Campbell?
Yeah.
As of right now?
Yeah.
A C?
Because who else was there? I think it was Cansey.
Yeah.
No, I think Cansey was taken just before, maybe.
Cansey was taken right after.
Let's check this out.
He's taken one pick after.
Cansey, let me see, 2023 NFL draft. All right. Just before we got him at
18.
18? Oh, wow. Cansey was there.
Cansey was taking one pick after.
I thought they were taking Cansey in that spot.
Yeah. It would have been nice.
Yeah.
I would not have complained. Cansey, JSN, Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Deontay Banks, which I do like Deontay Banks a lot. Donkey K, we didn't really need that at that point. Mozzie Smith, he's all right.
I'm good with the Jack Campbell pick. I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's here now.
That's your Mike of the future right there.
I think he's going to take a big jump next year. I think he's going to solidify himself as that starting middle linebacker.
For my player spotlight, I had an Iowa guy, and because he played the past 2 years, Jack Campbell popped up on tape, and I was like, "That was a good play by my spotlight player," but Jack Campbell forced that throw early because he was fucking meat missiling it up.
Oh, for sure.
And fucking, I don't forget who it was against, but so C plus.
I said C, flat C. Yeah.
I give it a B- because he improved throughout the year.
That's fair.
Yeah,
and make a C that continue on next year. That's fair. Yeah, when is like obviously we do it because we're content creators, we're kind of like forced to, right, when the drafts happen, but like 2 years, 3 years, like when's the appropriate time to actually like assess a draft pick? Because we saw Derek Barnes, he didn't show up till like this year. You know what I'm saying?
Linebacker takes a couple years.
Even too didn't show up till like this year.
Takes a couple years for linebackers for sure. I would say next year is a big test. I would say when they're given the opportunity, that's when you can judge them. Like when they're like, all right, you get the reins. Because, like, Jack Campbell hasn't been given the reins yet. It's still Anzalone is that guy right now.
Yeah. But sometimes you have to earn the opportunity, too.
For sure.
You know? I mean, Jack Campbell example of that, too. It's not like...
I mean, if he didn't earn his opportunity until injuries, and then when he got in there, you're like, oh, shit, this dude's balling.
Yeah.
So, like, same with Kirby. Kirby didn't earn that spot until the injuries happened, and then he went out there and he started making plays.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say year 3, though, on a general. If you just, like, I think if you want, like, a true assessment, 3 year maybe.
It's fair.
All right. Well, let's go to break. When we come back, we'll do our player spotlights. Let's start with Nate Wiggins when we get back.
Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. You know, Guardian Alarm's team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have 24/7 professional monitoring. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
What up, Woodward Sports? Dispo Dispensary is bringing you the ultimate experience for the big game in Vegas, and they want you there. You can win 2 tickets to the big game, plus a flight, hotel, and accommodations by following these simple steps. First, follow dispo.michigan, @ShowMedicated, and @ShowMedicatedCBD on Instagram. Like Dispo's pinned post, comment and tag someone you love to bring. Plus, if you repost on your story, you get an extra entry. It's that easy. Join the Dispo family for a chance to score in Vegas. The big game awaits. Follow, like, tag, and repost now.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Experience Dispo Dispensary, a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere, and right now Dispo is giving away 2 tickets, plus hotel and flight accommodations to this year's big game in Vegas. Go on Dispo's Instagram page, dispo.michigan, and follow directions in the pinned post. Or scan the QR code right there. Right there. My bad.
Not so easy now, is it, huh?
Let's get your sports fans to Vegas. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local campus plug. What up, there? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm Eazy, Spinmo Rax,
what up,
JB, Smooth, KG. We are doing Detroit Lions NFL Draft Spotlight, and we're starting with cornerback Nate Wiggins out of Tennessee, right?
Clemson, out the clam.
I get my oranges mixed up.
This is my guy, dude. This is my guy. This is the guy I want to see them draft in this draft for sure. He's a 6'2" lockdown corner. You put him out there, he is a freak athlete, explosive speed, long, rangy guy. I think he'd fit in perfectly for what we need. We need a big body lockdown guy. He has multiple highlights of him chasing down running backs and stripping the ball out from behind. He is extremely fast. He's extremely athletic. This guy is so impressive when he goes out there and makes these plays. He's got great closing speed on the ball. He's got great speed in the open field as well as ball skills. I think this guy would be a slam dunk home run. I think he is not only the guy the Lions should get, I think he is the best cornerback prospect in this draft. He has the ability to be a lockdown number 1 corner on the team. When you look at his skill set, he was a 2-year starter at Clemson. He played a lot of football over there. And he's not a guy that gets beat easily. He goes up against these top receivers. Him against Keon Coleman this year was an impressive battle to watch, and he got the best of him in a lot of that game. So I think this guy, Nate Wiggins, is the move for the Lions. He's not going to be there at 29, I can tell you that right now, but we know Brad Holmes is not afraid to move up and get a guy he wants. I think he is the perfect fit for this Lions system. He is a guy you can either have him shadow a man, follow him around the field, or just say, all right, we're putting you on the left side of the field, lock down that left side of the field, because he is that good. And I think he is going to be a difference maker when he gets into the NFL, and I don't think it's going to take long at all. I think he has an immediate splash impact when he's brought into this league because of his size, his ball skills, and his speed. He has great instincts when it comes to playing the ball and reading the quarterback, and I think this is a guy who can make a difference on this team immediately.
I like Nate Wiggins a lot. And to be fair, I'm a simp for just tall cornerbacks. One of my favorite players of all time is just Richard Sherman. I think, 6'4" at the cornerback position.
Yeah,
like I've always liked that. The Legion of Boom was dynamic, but he is not that type of cornerback. Richard Sherman's like just that his side of the field zone type of guy. No, like Nate Wiggins has the ability to shadow a guy.
One-on-one, lock him up.
Yes, I don't know if he's all pro, but I think he's the one guy in this draft class for sure that I could point to and say he could be as an outside cornerback. All pro Nate Wiggins, I like him a lot. Former wide receiver.
He's a good tackler too. DCP1 says, how does he tackle? He's a good tackler, a very steady tackler on the outside.
Yep. Been long.
I think you'd have to move up into the 15 area if you want to get him.
Yeah, I think it's Daniel Jeremiah's latest mock draft or his first mock draft from a week ago. That was our guy, was Nate Wiggins. If that falls into our hands, I'm all for it. Yeah. I like what he has to offer. Did you do anything on Nate? Would you what?
I did. I'm a little nervous. I'm popping my cherry with this, so you know, it might be a little long. So
no, you're good.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first off, let's just start with the name Chop Robinson. Don't that just sound like a D lineman that you want on your team, Chop Robinson?
Yes.
I mean, come on. But yeah, and it's funny. He's out of Penn State, 6'3", 250. The first time I saw this kid actually is when my first Michigan game that I watched this year was the Penn State game, and he was out there smacking Blake Corum on a couple plays, man. I'm like, who is this kid, man? But yeah, he was at the University of Maryland. He started off there, but he really made his money at Penn State. 60 total tackles, 43 solo, 11.5 sacks, 20 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries, and 3 passes defended. And that's not even counting like the pressures. I think he had 40 pressures and 8 QB hits in his second season alone.
Damn.
So this kid is an absolute stud, man. When you turn on the tape, the first thing you notice is his first step is absolutely crazy, man. And also, you know, he's versatile. And one thing that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell like out of their D linemen are versatility. You know, he can play 3 downs. I mentioned the first step, but he's also bendy. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you're describing James Houston. Well, I feel like Chop, he plays better in the run game than James Houston would. Yes. I feel like if you keep James Houston as the 3rd down rusher and then you have him for the other 3, it could be a good combination, man. But one thing I did notice about him, no hesitation. He's a quick decision maker. He's really aggressive at the point of attack. He's got good hand techniques, big strides, getting into the backfield, mostly uses his speed, but he can overpower you depending on the type of defender that you are. He's very capable in the run game, like I said. He can shut down a B gap very quickly, and I've seen a lot of plays on his tape where he was getting in that B gap and absolutely wreaking havoc. So you want to see that, you know, for his potential of being a 3 down, you know, pass rusher, but or a 3 down rusher, period. But his best quality, I would say, is he has a Hutch-like motor. And one thing that you notice with Hutch, the pressures, you know, we joke about it all the time, but the guy gets in the backfield damn near every other play, it seems like. He may not finish all the time, but if you add another rusher with that kind of quality to this line, oh my God, man. And that can also buy time for Hutch to get home and also a lean from the inside. So I really like this kid a lot. He seems like a realistic pick. I think they had him mocked 22 to the LA Rams in the mock that I saw. If we do have to move up, you know, Brad Holmes can cook, and that's not a big spot to have to jump to. So I really think we should be on the lookout for Chop Robinson in this draft.
Yeah, man. I think another piece is like you said, like people might compare him to James Houston, but wasn't Chop like 6'4" or something like that?
Yeah, 6'3", 250.
6'3", 250.
So, you know, he can put on a little more weight, too, when he gets to the next level, because he might have trouble with, like, people with longer reach or, like, a more fundamentally sound offensive tackle.
But he's built, like the video I seen of him was from my boy Connor, and like he just got that like a JJ Watt build almost. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, with a nickname Chop. Like,
come on, man. Like, you sound like a dog.
You don't just give out nicknames. You gotta earn a nickname. And if you got a nickname like Chop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing something right. And the first play I saw of him, I think it was actually the one that, shout out to JB, by the way, grabbing these. You're a fucking G for that. But grabbing the plays is like, I think it was against a Power 10 school too or whatever, where it's like, he fucking just blew right by the guy.
Yeah.
And then like you said, he's got a motor like Hutch, which is like brilliant, but he's got that bend that I don't think Hutch necessarily has. Like Hutch doesn't have that natural bend. Like he gets the quarterback through like that Dan Campbell grit. Like I'm just fuck you, I'm getting there. Chop has that on top of like that natural like athletic bend. Like, bro, if he falls to 29 or if Brad's like gambling to move up to grab him, I'm fucking.
It depends on who on the board, because it's actually a little bit of a deeper like edge class than I thought. But yeah, man, I would really like him at that spot.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all for that one. Mine, I had to dispel some.
You had to?
I had to for myself, to be honest with you. I had
Deshaun Cooper?
Yes, Deshaun Cooper, a.k.a. Cooper Deshaun. 6'1", 207 pounds, junior. He has, the pieces I grabbed, tons of like athletic accolades coming out of high school. But I think what I'm looking at is like, as a guy for the Detroit Lions and as an outside corner for the Detroit Lions, don't get me wrong, this guy is a dog. He is everywhere and anywhere at once, like that movie. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but either way, he is that. He is very fluid. He's very, very fast. He broke I forget what state he went to, but he broke the all-time record in the 100-meter dash.
Nebraska or Maine or something.
Yeah, he, of course, like leave it to Iowa to grab him, but he is great against the run. I think out of this draft class, he's probably the best like tackling DB. He looks stocky on film, but again, he's 6'1", 207. It's that 207 that makes him a little bit stockier. My only thing, because I think he's a former quarterback, former wide receiver. If you watch him in these situations, like he is, I think that's why he's so great and able to capitalize on a lot of these plays. Like he's super like instinctual, it feels like, having played both those positions. Like he knows what's in their mind. I haven't seen him play a lot of like press coverage, but that's just because he does have that speed. I'm very curious to see what he runs in the 40, but he's got that where he's able to play off ball because he's able to make up for it if it's a short route or a shorter like throw. He's able to beat guys that don't have great arm talent. My concern is though, I don't know if he fits what the Detroit Lions are looking for, because the way I see him translating to the NFL is like a safety almost, or a Brian Branch almost. I just don't really see him being an outside corner. I just don't know if he's shifty enough. He is in the return game. Like, don't get me wrong. I've seen the punt returns. He's got that in the bag for sure. But that's not what you're doing at the cornerback position. You are trying to like mimic every single move that you see from like the wide receiver across from you. And I just don't know if he's shifty enough to do that. And I could be wrong. I just don't see him as an outside corner at the league. Still think he's gonna be a very, very, very good player. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, hands. He's physical at the point of attack. Like when you're catching the ball or trying to catch the ball on him, like just expect to get beat up. I'm saying like you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
He plays the ball great too. I think he's great timing with the ball as well. Kind of like your guy Nate Higgins. I saw a play where he just whipped the catch was made, but he was still attacking the ball. Cooper DeJean has a lot of that too. And honestly, a lot of the stuff I seen was great. It's just I don't know that he's what we're looking for. I think we're looking for an outside corner. I don't know if he's that in the league. I think he'd be phenomenal safety, a phenomenal nickelback, something like that. Look at these photographs, but I don't know if he's going to be necessarily be an outside cornerback at the NFL level.
Just don't want the white man to get ahead.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you just always bring the white man down.
Always bring the white man down.
The most persecuted person on the planet Earth. Straight white man.
Yeah, man. The way I put it, actually, I wrote it down here, and then this is maybe does come off racist. But I put because he's smart though. You watch him play again.
He's articulate.
But I'm serious.
He's a gym rat. He's a film rat.
I'm so serious though. He's very intellectual. Like I put like a Cooper Cup with defensive legs. Because, bro, you watch him play. I promise you, if you guys put on the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's just instinctual, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's just like it's almost like he knows what the quarterback and receivers are thinking. He's able to capitalize on it. And when I see Cooper Kupp as a wide receiver, he's got those option routes. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, you know what motherfuckers were saying about Cooper Kupp in the draft?
What?
He's white. He can't do it.
White boy never make it.
He plays the game smart, man. But I feel like he plays like a safety. He got a safety mentality. Like I said, like
Luigi Gaming.
At the point of attack, when people are trying to catch the ball, he's really physical and just knocking the ball out.
Luigi Gaming makes a great point. He says Cooper DeJean is basically Jason Tatum with hands.
I wish Chris was here for that one.
R.I.P. Chris.
I wish Chris was here.
Well, that was our first player spotlight. We're gonna do more tomorrow. I'm gonna do an edge rusher. You'll do an edge rusher, and KG will do a secondary member. But let me tell you guys about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust.
Plays the game
on
the right
Woodward
way.
Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Real gym rat. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Hey, once again, if you're tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch, then let me tell you, WoodwardSports.com has you covered. We got hoodies, we got tees, we got hats. Can't forget about the Meat Missile t-shirts. You know we got those. Check out the latest designs at WoodwardSports.com. Click on that shop tab.
Check it out.
What up, there? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Eazy at Speed Sports _. That's at SpinMoRax.
What up, dog?
At JB up next. At Elon Musk.
Damn right.
You're not gonna do it, huh?
No, I am. I promise.
Come on, man. You gotta make a Twitter. I love Twitter, by the way. Lester White, shout out to you. Says Eazy. If you're looking for a Richard Sherman type, you should take a look at Kyrie Jackson from Oregon. I'm not looking for a Richard Sherman type per se. It's just one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
That's why people thought I hated like CJ, GJ. No, I don't. I love the shit talk. Like a lot of my favorite players talk that shit. Richard Sherman, that's why I loved him. He would talk that talk and then walk the walk.
I'm not gonna lie. I was always a Cam Chancellor guy more than a Richard Sherman guy.
That's fine
I
too. Cam Chancellor was a dog as
Cam
well.
Chancellor
I also like Michael
Talk
Crabtree.
that shit. What'd you say?
No, I said I also like Michael Crabtree.
Michael Crabtree.
Yeah.
Did you really? Yeah.
That was who he was always
Sorry ass
tormenting.
receiver.
Yeah.
He made Aaron Andrews cry on live TV.
Bro, one of my favorite memes is from that game because he's got those big ass nostrils. And he was like, because he's screaming and shit. Someone put like the Google thing. Shit. I was like, God damn. Richard Sherman's one of my favorites.
Richard Sherman was a man for sure.
Top 5 football names: Chop Robinson, for damn sure.
I'm telling you.
I'm reading some of these comments. And by the way, too, I'm not shitting on Cooper Jean. Like, I think he's going to be like a dog. I just don't know if he's going to be as an outside corner.
Yeah.
In my opinion, per se. Jason Tatum with hands. I just saw that one. I don't think Cooper Jean in his mock draft for Daniel Jeremiah. I'm looking. I don't think he's in the first round for this one. Oh man, let me be sure. I know my guy Connor has him as the #1 DB in the class, but according to Daniel Jeremiah, the first corner off the board is Terrion Mitchell. At pick 17 is Quinton Mitchell.
Yeah.
I said Terrion Mitchell. It's like Terrion.
Little Terrio Mitchell.
No, it's
Get him right,
Terrion's
Terrion.
last name. The dude from Terrion Arnold. I apologize. The guy who like a lot of people like that I watched the tape on today, I didn't really fall in love with. Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah.
I just didn't. He's gonna be straight. I just don't think he's gonna be like what people
Give me Nate.
are thinking.
Give me Wig.
I'm just trying to see if this guy Cooper's even in the first round here. Yeah, he is pick 27, Arizona Cardinals.
Damn, they got him that low?
Yeah.
He was higher.
Wow.
Who the Lions getting at?
Lions so this Daniel Jeremiah. Lions got your guy Nate Wiggins.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
And then this one, your dude Chop Robinson's pick 23 to Ooh, the Texans, that'd be dirty.
That would be dirty.
That would be dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't think he's like a outside corner. Nate Wiggins, I like him too. Terrion Arnold, the guy who was like way earlier, which when I was talking to Connor, they don't think he's that high, but obviously Daniel Jeremiah does. I watched him. He was like
That's the other Alabama guy, right?
Yeah, across from him. He was almost. I think he's just a really, really good athlete because he's a former receiver. I think they moved to cornerback, so he's still like learning position.
Yeah.
But like, so he like watching him like mirror receivers. Like I like watching that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like they're like end up like running the route for the receiver.
Yeah.
Like what's his name at Jackson State? Not Jackson State. Where's Colorado does that really well? Who's a stud? I fucking love
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. Yeah.
Like you ever watch like Travis Hunter playing? It's like he's like running the route
Yeah.
for the receiver. It's the trippiest shit ever. That's what I got out of Arnold. I forget his last name. I'm fucking horrible with names. Either way, that's why I thought of that one.
Man, I would love for that to happen. That's all I'm saying.
What?
I think you'd be such a good fit on this team.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you all day. Who would you rather have out of the three we just?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad. We do need the corner help, so I absolutely wouldn't be mad at Wiggins. But like I said, I think Chop would be good for that line. But it seemed to be like a deeper edge class, so I really want them to take an edge in the first round.
Yeah.
Sign Matabuki, draft Nate Wiggins.
I'm not mad at it.
I'd come in my shorts.
Actually, Jimmy, will you make a poll?
No Vince McMahon.
On those guys? Just, like I guess who people would rather take?
Yeah.
And then you got this question almost as a mailbag, which we'll actually do the Wings Ottawa than that. Mobile quarterbacks from Adam Yunt on Twitter.
Yeah, no, we should do that right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We can end the game with the Wings Ottawa.
Okay, end the game.
Yeah, so shout out to Adam Yunt on Twitter. He hit me up. He asked if we could talk about how the Lions could fix their struggles with mobile quarterbacks going into next year. And I do think a lot of that is on Jack Campbell. I think a big factor of that is going to be on Jack Campbell because he is your most athletic, your fastest, your best sideline to sideline linebacker. So if he goes out there, he matures, he fills that role, he goes out there and starts making plays in that game, I think he will be a big factor of when a quarterback tries to escape the pocket or tries to get out there and make a play, Jack Campbell out there running him down.
Yeah.
Because we saw Malcolm do it a couple times where he set the edge for that defense when he went in there for Derek Barnes against the San Francisco 49ers. So I expect Jack Campbell, who is a better athlete, he's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger. No disrespect to Malcolm, you're my guy, but I think Jack Campbell can mold into that and be a guy that'll help that for sure.
So, quick question: Anzalone, he's a good sideline to sideline linebacker, and he seems to struggle with mobile quarterbacks. Why you think that is? Is it?
I'm not sure. I don't think Anzalone's the level of athlete that Jack Campbell is. Like we saw the RAS scores that dude had in his draft prospect. Like they were better than any linebacker the past 10 years.
Jack's RAS score, a lot of his numbers were like that of like Brian Branch.
Yeah, he was. He's a freak athlete for his size, and he's very downhill. Like he's not worried about over pursuing or anything like that. Like he sees ball, gets ball, kills ball.
Yeah,
and so
we've seen that.
Yeah, that's what I want. If he takes a step forward, I think that'll be a big factor in the Lions kind of limiting the mobile quarterback.
I think that is the only answer because, in my true opinion, I don't know if there is one. That's why.
And corner tackling.
Yeah,
I think would definitely help.
I just like that's why mobile quarterbacks are such a headache to deal with at the NFL level. Like it's just like you can't.
It's hard to game plan for it.
Right? They're never like a lot of the times they're never designed runs. It's just like nothing's open.
Yeah, when plays break down.
Exactly, and then they make the most of it. And especially if you're going against a team like San Francisco, where you worry about covering Brandon Ayuk, you have to worry about covering Deebo Samuel, you got to worry about covering George Kittle, you got to worry about where Christian McCaffrey is. But you can't just like have a designated spy to the quarterback when there's weapons like that on the field. So it's like it's one of those things where you either gotta. I think my answer to it, as much as I agree with Jack Campbell too, is get that interior defensive lineman there where you're just closing those rushing lanes. It's where the only way he's able to make those plays is to spill over to the outside, and then there's a lot more eyes on him that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take. I really just don't know if there's an answer for it. It's one of the reasons like Lamar Jackson's he's a problem.
Yeah.
He's a problem to deal with. It's Patrick Mahomes. Last year in the playoffs, with fucking 7-Eleven clerks at the wide receiver position with a fucking whatever sprained ankle, still running, hobbling, making plays. Like it's just like that's the issue with having those mobile quarterbacks. That's the value of having those mobile quarterbacks. Is like
The thing they say to stop him is to keep him in the pocket, is to maintain that pocket presence. Don't
Exactly.
over pursue. Don't give them rushing lanes to where they can escape.
So get a big motherfucker in the middle and just make sure those lanes are closed off. You know what I'm saying?
Man, maybe that's what Broderick Martin is going to be. Hopefully he can develop into somebody who plays, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's the best I could answer, bro. Is that those guys are going to get you. It's going to happen.
So, but shout out to Adam Yunt for hitting me up on Twitter.
Yeah, clip this one for him.
Asking me to talk about that. We'll be right back, but first let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals, just day to day. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym. There's tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's Planet Fitness close by, 50 in Metro Detroit, thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 19th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
You want to get the best insurance in the game? That's what my guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance. Make sure you guys contact him. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Whether it's home, whether it's auto, he's got you covered. That's Mark at SwissINS.com, or give him a call at 248-800-4177. Bonjour and welcome back. Oh, by the way, I've been looking for like a free stream, or at least one I have a log into to watch Inglourious Bastards. The whole fucking thing. No, it's not. I know. It's free on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Right?
It's an old movie. I mean,
it's have you ever seen it?
No, I've seen glimpses of it. I haven't seen the whole movie.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Watch it tonight.
You gotta watch
it.
it.
Yeah, it is it's
one of my favorites.
Probably my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. It's up there with Pulp Fiction and Django.
Do you?
Pulp Fiction. I mean, that's hard, man, because I love Quentin Tarantino. You would put Pulp Fiction above Django?
It's up there, probably. Yeah. I don't know.
To me, Django is one, man.
Django's so
good,
dude.
I'm a huge Kill Bill fan.
I remember Django, bro, when fucking watching Django and in the theater when that Rick Ross song. I need 100 black coffins. I was like, oh fuck! It just started knocking. That shit was fire, dude.
Samuel Jackson in that fire,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
I think Inglourious Bastards is my favorite.
All right.
It's my
it's
favorite.
like all-time favorite?
Number one.
Wow.
Quentin Tarantino movie. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I fucking love that movie, man.
I'm a huge Kill Bill fan too, so
And
I've never actually
Brad
watched
Pitt-
Kill Bill as an adult.
Oh, dude.
Really?
No.
You're missing out, man.
Oh man,
Wiggle
that's
your
dope.
big toe. Like, dude, that shit's-
No, when she cut everybody's
Don't
limbs
tell me. Don't
at
tell
the-
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
But that's
But,
the best part of the movie. She told everybody to keep their shit there. Oh my god.
I'm
It's like
a
great.
big Brad Pitt guy. Like I love Brad Pitt. He's a fantastic actor, and that's one of his best roles. Like, like that and Fury.
Kill Bill?
No, Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That and Fury are like Brad Pitt's best roles in my eyes.
You know, like World War Z?
So it's the same way.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The
Brad
same
Pitt,
way
too.
that Django was like a rewarding, you get that same like satisfaction from Glorious Bastards.
Hateful Eight's fire
because
too.
it's about like Hitler.
Yeah, Hateful
too.
Eight is good too.
Yeah.
That's all-
I
throwback.
liked it.
I saw the I think the midnight release of like the director's cut, and it came with like a pamphlet, and it had like an intermission and shit. It was dope.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The movie, like you stopped and oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
I
really
watched
cool.
that for the first because that one's on Netflix. I watched that for the first time like 2 weeks ago. It's one of those ones. I don't know if it's like a rewatchable one because you kind of know what's up now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
What?
Channing Tatum.
Oh yeah. No, definitely watching Glorious Bastards. Is
I give it a full watch through.
Yeah.
I've seen glimpses of it. I just never actually dove into it.
Oh, dude,
Do you
it's so good.
do you partake?
Donnie fucking Wallowitz knocks him out of the park.
Yeah.
And then that whole scene with the Dominic DeCoco. Dude, it's so fucking good. Arrivederci. The bar scene. 3 whiskey. And then he fucking start lighting shit up. Michael Fassbender, dude, there's so many good actors in that movie.
Yeah. If you say it's better than Pulp Fiction, then it must be
I
real.
think it
Because
is.
that's Pulp Fiction is absolute.
What's Chad saying? Yeah.
Juan
Fiction
313 says Pulp Fiction 1 and Glorious Bastards 2, Django 3. He says he loves Django. It's just how great the other two were.
Jackie Brown most slept on Tarantino movie. I did watch Jackie Brown. It was pretty
Jackie
good.
Brown. Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
That's his
That's
number one
his
classic.
first movie.
Yep.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was
True Romance.
Quentin Tarantino's first movie was Reservoir.
Well, I guess True Romance he wrote.
Yeah, he didn't direct
but he gets
it.
to direct it.
Yeah.
Dust Before Dawn is good too.
Yeah.
Dust Before Dawn.
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
when I watched that, I did not see that coming.
Hell
Bro, Tarantino just keeps you on your toes.
Oh, bro, he's crazy.
Reservoir Dogs, my number one. Number 2, Pulp Fiction.
See, you got to watch Kill Bill though, man.
Yeah, I do.
Kill
yeah,
Bill's
you're
so
right.
good, man.
Just for me, it felt like corny. You know what I'm saying? But I was listening to a Tarantino interview. He's like,
it's supposed to be.
He's got 2 different like versions of movies. Like the ones like Kill Bill's, those are like the movies I watch in the Tarantino movies. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like those. Like a Pulp Fiction actor would watch like Kill Bill. Like that'd be like on the TV show there.
Away fan says Hateful Eight's his favorite.
Really?
Yes.
It's good. It was good.
It started off slow, but it's a real good movie.
Yeah. I know that shit. Tarantino's fucking goated.
Speaking of new things, I got an episode dropping at 7:00.
Shout out.
Spend More X Speaks. Go over there, give it a like. I would appreciate that for sure.
Anakin Sky Orgy says these movies are out of my generation. I don't know if you're younger or old. They are timeless.
Yeah,
those are timeless movies.
Yes.
Like Tarantino's he's elite.
One of the best filmmakers
he's
ever.
Elite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably the best in my opinion.
He's one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
I put him up there, top 3.
Scorsese is up there too.
Oh yeah.
But Tarantino's my favorite.
Oh yeah, Tarantino's the man.
You just don't know what's coming next.
Yeah.
Like you are literally on your toes, and then like you'll think you have That's the thing with me is like I'm one of those guys where it may be annoying, whatever, but I'll try to like dissect what the fuck's going on in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where Tarantino, he just plot twist.
I did that with The
twist.
Prestige.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Have you ever seen The Prestige?
If so, I don't.
It's a
remember
really
by
good movie. You should watch it. But I like called the twist at the end.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of it, and the guy I was watching with was like,
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I do that with my friends too, and they always hate it. But with Tarantino, I can't.
You never know what's
Yeah, I
gonna
literally never know what the fuck's about to happen.
Plus the gore and the violence on
the
top of
last
it.
scene,
It'd be
the
great,
fucking
man.
the shootout scene in Django where he's just fucking killing everybody.
Yeah,
bro.
oh,
That
God.
scene, he catches so many fucking bodies in that scene, bro.
Yeah, man.
The beginning too.
When he fucking whips the dude, when he
gets to Django.
Yeah, he first goes there and he's asking for the dude. Oh, he's over there whipping little Jody. She broke some eggs. You go over by that tree and then you keep going. And the best part is when he takes the whip from him and he starts whipping him, and all the slaves are like, "Bro, this is the most wild shit I've seen in my life."
Yeah. No, mine is when Samuel Jackson come out the house like, "Who is that? Oh, that day." Oh my God!
And that
classic.
scene when
Master be turning over his grave right now.
In the dinner scene, oh my
the
God.
dinner scene when Leo cuts his hand, that wasn't scripted.
Yeah, I heard that
he
was real.
actually cut his hand, and that was like him actually bleeding, and he actually wipes his blood on her face.
Yeah, so
and
she
that's
freaked
like
out.
she freaks out because
She's so fine.
Oh my God! Yeah,
No, I had reservations about Leo after watching Django, man. Like,
he's
I'm
too-
like, he
he's
played that
too good
too
at
good.
that shit.
He played that way too
Yeah.
good. Like, I don't
Waiting
know.
to say that N word.
Well, you ever watched the thing with I think it's Jamie Foxx or Samuel Jackson. Where he like didn't want to say it, or it was uncomfortable saying it.
Yeah.
And then he said the next day he came back. He's like, I was uncomfortable with saying it. He got to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jamie Foxx told him, he's like, you gotta fucking do it. And then he came back the next day and was just bah.
Wow, that's too much. Like,
that dude, Django is such a good movie, man.
Bro, you know Leo's nice when he played a cousin and people like
Thought he was a cousin. Yeah, because that was his first big role.
Yeah.
That's a great movie too, though. By the way,
What's he
Johnny
doing?
Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio. Like,
I've seen it, but I was like kid. I don't count watching movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because like I don't have like a perception of what the fuck.
Right. You ain't really
Juan
understand.
313 says, LMAO, yeah, I was mad at Leo for a good month.
I'm telling you, like I had to why is I don't like the way that sounds coming off his mouth. Like I just
Say it a little too much. It's rolling off the tongue a little.
My ancestors created me different. I ain't like that.
But that'll do it for us today.
Red
Wings.
We only
got a minute.
Sell it real quick.
All right, Wings tonight. They're coming back. Ottawa in Detroit for the first time since the Larkin incident. Klim Kostin is playing. He is going to crack some skulls. Ottawa sucks. See the Red Wings get up 3 goals in the first period and then let the dogs loose and start inflicting the most physical pain possible. Like in the longest yard, you get yourself a commanding 3-touchdown lead, and then you inflict the most excruciating pain you possibly can.
Lion shit did that.
And this is what the Red Wings are going to do tonight against Ottawa. D-Mac's in the house. It's going to be Fight Night 2.0 at the Joe. Klim Kostin is going to crack some skulls. Red Wings +2. Or give me the Red Wings -2 on the puck line. That'll do it for us today.
it's Anakin Skywalker. I said Anakin Skywalker.
Make sure
my Vince
you smash the like button. And like I said, I got a new episode coming out on Spemo Rex Speaks at 7 o'clock. It drops 7 o'clock on the dot. It might not be your style, your mood, but go over there and throw me a like. Hook me up. For Eazy, for KG, for JB, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.